So here at God's Way Herbs, we not only want to support your body, but we want to support you on a spiritual level. For those who are spiritually inclined, who want to grow in all kinds of ways, be it mind, body, soul, and spirit, this message is for you. Did you know that the Spirit of God can actually leave you? And I'm here to tell you that the only way, the one way that the Spirit of God can actually leave you is through willful disobedience, okay? Willful disobedience. There are certain things that are decreed in the heavens. There are certain things that God spoke since the beginning of time that are surely coming to pass. But are we going to thwart the will of the Most High God? But let's take a look at Saul. So what happened was Saul was told by the Lord, he was given a command to obey. He said, when you go into this territory, I want you to seize it. I want you to burn everything down. Do not bring any of the spoils back. But what did Saul do? Through willful disobedience, Saul decided, okay, well, I'm not going to listen to God. I'm going to listen to the people because they love me and they're cheering my name. And they said, bring the king back. Let's bring back the cattle, the gold, all the spoils of war. We're going to bring it back. So when he brought it to the city, God was very angry because he didn't listen to God. God made a specific decision and they went against it. When you disobey the will of heaven in your life or in anyone else's life, the Spirit of God can leave you. And we can talk about how to get the Spirit of God back, but you have to follow me on Patreon. The link is in the description. So the Lord changed his mind and said, you know what? It's my will for David to be king. But what did Saul do? He tried to thwart the will of God for David's life. He tried to thwart the will of heaven for King David. He did everything. He hunted David down like David was a dog. Okay, and this is, of course, without cause. David cannot say, hey, listen, I'm choosing to be king. It was not that. It was the will of God for David to be king. But what did Saul do? Saul fought it, okay? He wanted to pursue David. He wanted to kill David because he didn't like the Lord's decision whom he served. Therefore, no matter what you do to try to thwart the will of the Most High God in your life or in someone else, it will never come to pass. But what you can do is invite the Spirit of God to depart from you. What you can do is seal your own fate in a negative way. So in essence, who was Saul really fighting against? Was he fighting against David? Or was he fighting against the will of heaven, the will of God for David's life? Here are two scriptures that I'd really like to read for you. So what does the prophet Isaiah have to say about fighting against God and fighting the will of heaven in your life or in other people's lives? When you spread out your hands in prayer, I hide my eyes from you. Even when you offer many prayers, your hands are full of blood. Wash and make yourselves clean. Take your evil deeds out of my sight. Stop doing wrong. Acts chapter 5, verses 38 through 39. Therefore, in the present case, I advise you, leave these men alone. Let them go. For if their purpose or activity is of human origin, it will fail. But if it is from God, you will not be able to stop these men. You will only find yourself fighting against God. So Saul had to go.